My plan was to work cows in the big arena today, but we had a lot of rain over the weekend. Today's Monday. We had a lot of rain the last couple of days. Started raining on Friday and rained all the way to Sunday. So my big arena's too wet to work cows. So I'll be working in here, and I've got a show coming up with Hank in January, where it's the end of November now. So I want to get him working a little bit faster. I've been working him a good bit slow, but we haven't worked very fast on a cow, or really doing our rein work very fast. I've mainly just been keeping him tuned up and correct. I've talked about in my training 50% days, 70% days, and 100% days. I haven't done any 100% days with him in a good while. It's all been 50 and 70%. So I want to start working in that 100% day once in a while. But it's too wet in the big arena to do that today. We're going to work cows in here. I need to get a little bit, get him going a little bit faster. And the other thing I need to work on is we need to work on our communication as far as when to push and when to turn on the fence. He does really good. Last cow show I showed him at, I think we marked a 71.5 in our cow work, which is pretty decent, pretty respectable, but I know we can do better. I know we can get our scores up around 73 with a little bit of fine tuning here and there. So I got these two cows out here. We're going to work that bigger black and white one. What my objective is to try to push the cow all the way around, and then when I decide, we'll turn the cow and try to push it all the way around the other end. I'd like to keep it as close to the wall as I can when I'm pushing around. That part is a little harder in here because the corners come up so quick. You don't have that long fence in the big pen to get a long straightaway. So we'll end up rounding our corners out a little bit. But we need to work our corners some too. I've got a little small calf in here. I'm not going to work him. He just didn't want to go out last time I changed, so I just leave him in here. He can learn to stay out the way. So I'm going to work him one-handed, just like I would show him. And if I need to fix something, I'll reach down, bridle him up, fix whatever I need to fix. So let's just trot to our cow. I want to push him down the fence. I'm not going to go right at him. I'd like to push him all the way around. Work on our corner. There we go. Push him around this corner. Push him around this corner. Now let's make a turn. Now let's push him the other way. Oh, we're not working him. There we go. That other direction could have been a little bit better. Step was a little bit in the way of me getting right where I needed to be, and he was distracted by that other calf in here. I'm not worried about that other calf being in here. He needs to focus on the cow that I'm working, the cow that we're working, the cow I'm looking at, whether there's another cow in here or not. So let's walk him a little bit, and then we'll push him back to the right again. I've talked before in other videos about getting the horse's energy up and bringing it back down. That cow work brings his energy up, so in walking, that helps to bring his energy back down. That helps his mind stay in a situation where we can work, we can continue the work, we can continue to improve. If we just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, I get his energy too high, it's just going to all start falling apart. And then the other part of that is, that gives him a break so that working the cow is still fun. If I don't keep it fun, then he's not going to want to keep doing it. So that little one's kind of in a bad position, but let's see what we can do here. Look at the big one, work the big one, push the big one around the corner, just ignore the little one. There we go. He hesitated a little bit. Push around the corner. Come on, push around the corner. There we go. He's wanting to turn. He's always wanted to turn more than push. Let's get a little closer. Get your head down. Get your head down. All right, let's go back to the cow. Left leg push. It's not really getting where I want him to get to push. Bring your head around. Push around the corner. There we go. Push around the corner, left leg, left rein. Ignore the little cow. Let's get on the hip. That's where we want to be. On the hip, drive to the hip. Come on, give me your left. I'm asking with my left leg, and he's not really bringing his shoulder over. Let's go back to the left again. Forward. To the hip. To the hip. There we go. That's more what I want. Let's slow down, drive around the corner. This corner now, let's get a turn. And let's stop. Good boy. That was better. My position was better on that wall over there. He let me help him position, and all I did, I stopped down here and I brought his nose in a little bit. I was trying to bring him over off my left leg, and he was just kind of stiff and locking on it. Locking to my leg. Let's walk him a little bit again. And we'll go back. Let's see. Maybe we'll swap cows out. See if we can do that off horseback. He's normally pretty good about that, but it's a little muddy. I think we can get it done. Drive these two down in this corner. There we go. And we'll shut this gate. We'll get another one out. My panels down here stick out past the roof. That's why this gets muddy. It kind of makes for it to be a little bit wet when I'm doing these kind of things. But in dry weather, that gives me almost a 100-foot long pin to work in. We got to get a little closer, Hank. Well, get up one more step and I'll open it some more. There we go. More step. There we go. Wait. Whoop, no, we're not going through. He rushed through. I'm going to make him back up. And wait. Right there. Wait. Right there. Wait. Alright, let's go get another cow. I got that roan one that gave us problems before. I wouldn't mind that one. And I got these two big ones. I wouldn't mind pretty much any of them except for this little small one in front of me. Let's see what we get out. We got those three. We'll work with that. Let's see. See if I can put one back. See if I can put two back. Let's see what we can do here. Give us some little practical cow work here. I'd like to keep that darker one, the bigger, darker one. Let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna set that one back. That's the one I want to keep, and he's the one looking at the pen. There we go. Now we can put her back out, maybe. Whoa. There we go. Now we got our one cow. So if you ever wonder where kind of the background of cutting, cow horse, team penning, all of that came into doing this kind of ranch work. It all goes back to separating mamas and babies. If that would have been a mama with a calf, that's what all of this work goes back to. And when you're showing any of those events, that's what you're showing off, your ability for your horse to separate a cow and calf. Different ranches did that differently. See if we can push him around the corner. Step up. Stop. Guy's getting pushy. He's not letting me position him where I want to position him. Let's walk around and do it again. I'm trying to get him to step over to the cow a little bit more, and he's wanting to get up in front of the cow and turn the cow. That's where his weakness is. That's what we need to work on. But different ranches in history have kind of worked their herd different. There are some that will cut the calves out or cut the mamas out and pin them separate in separate pens. That's more where the cutting came from and the team penning, or certain ranches would rope the calves back legs and then drag them to a fire and then doctor them and brand them there. And that's where more of the roping classes come from. So everything that you see for modern horses and shows, that all goes back to those original chores on a ranch of working cows. Even the reining goes back to reining the horse to position the horse to work a cow correctly. Just like you saw, I was trying to position him over to get in a better position to push that cow around the corner. That all goes back to reining, moving the shoulders over. The spins go back to setting the horse on the back end and turning with the cow. In that situation, you only turn 180 to 270 degrees, but in showing off the horsemanship, it evolved into 3 or 4 spins depending on what you're showing in. So let's go back to this cow again. Let's see if I can get him a little bit better position on the hip when we're driving to the left. Right here, let's go to the hip. I know what he's trying to do. He knows the wall is coming up. Right there, left, drive. That was better. Whoa. That was better. And you saw how much better we stopped here. Before, when he had that shoulder poked out, trying to go around the cow to get the turn, and when I stopped him, we weren't getting good stops like that. When I got his left shoulder in line, and pushed the cow in a straight line better, worked past these 2 corners, then we got that nice stop over there. This is a lot harder to do this work in here than it is in the big pen. Even though we don't get as much speed going up in here, the horse and the cow knows that that corner is coming up really quick. So you've got to be in the correct position all the way down. You don't get a chance to make up being behind like you would in that pen. So I'm going to quit on him for today. This is Hank. I'll put a link up here to his other videos that I've done with him. Until next time, thank you for watching.